Welcome to Make It Last with Jaf and Kas. I'm your host, Jaf.
And I'm Jafari Roberts.
Rolling with you for about 10 to 15 minutes, so let's make that time last.
Alright, let's get to it. Let's start with the polls. All polls this week are brought to you by New Hope Pharmaceuticals. Go to newhopecbd.com for creams to help with recovery, anti-inflammatory, and arthritis relief. Buy anything, enter code MAKEIT, that's MAKEIT, at checkout for free shipping. So let's start with the first poll. We see, would you rather see Michael Phelps race Michael Jordan in the water or the Mayweather fight? 63% of you said Mayweather.
And the rest of you probably didn't want to see Michael Jordan drown.
You're just the worst.
They're notoriously bad swimmers.
You're just the worst.
You know the kind I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know just the kind.
Basketball players.
The joke is so bad.
It's such a bad joke.
Do the second poll.
Do you want to see McGregor kick Mayweather in the face? A record number 86 people voted in this, and 77% of you said yes.
Shout out to you guys.
Because of course you do.
I mean, yeah, everyone wants to see Mayweather get stuck. I want to as well.
But they're just going to hug each other for 12 rounds.
He's won about 50 boxing matches, is hugging all the time.
He's a lover, not a fighter.
I would love to see McGregor stick him one time, but sadly in boxing you can't kick. So, probably another win from Mayweather. Third poll, we have, does OG Anunoby sound like a Snoop Dogg album? And 74% of you said yes. But, yeah, clearly it does. I mean, it sounds like a dank album.
I'd listen to it.
I'd listen to it, yeah.
And our last poll for last week was, does Lonzo Ball look like a circus clown with no makeup on? 65% of you have seen Lonzo Ball because you voted yes.
Congratulations. He also looks like a bad version of Drake, but that's neither here nor there. Harry, we have to talk about this.
We have been waiting to play. We've had this graphic. We own this sound. we have been waiting. I think this is the 21st episode. We've been waiting to play this
2 years ago.
The Knicks got rid of Phil Jackson.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's gone.
All right, so Knicks organization and Knicks fans everywhere, this is for you.
It's just so beautiful. Harry, I'm crying. This is how I felt when Voldemort died, finally.
I'm just kidding, we don't own that sound. That's from when Leo won his Oscar.
Well, yeah, honestly.
Yeah, it was well deserved.
Wow, he's finally gone. We stopped paying this man this much money to do absolutely nothing.
Oh no, you're still paying this man.
Well, we're paying him fully, but at least he's gone. Like, he's not doing a job anymore, which I'd rather.
Knicks fans are the best because the last time Knicks fans got this excited was when they hired Phil Jackson.
Screw you.
No one says it better than Stephen A. Smith because they paid Phil Jackson so much money. Stephen A. Smith actually stopped being on vacation to go on ESPN to talk about it. And before I pull up pull up the audio, courtesy of ESPN.com, does Stephen A. Smith look like the only guy in the barbershop that is neither cutting hair nor getting his hair cut?
He's definitely talking his butt off. Tell you that much.
Just a black guy with opinions.
Gotta love Stephen A. All right, roll the clip.
He offered them $6 million, it wasn't enough. He offered them $7 million, Phil Jackson said no. He offered 8 and 9, and then Phil Jackson ultimately went to confidence and said, what can I do? The man keeps upping the ante, keeps offering me more money, basically for doing nothing. How the hell?
That's it. Yeah.
So bad.
He's like, you'll keep paying me?
Why, James Dolan? Why? Oh,
I feel like Phil Jackson leaked the video of him falling asleep in the player tryout, like, on purpose. Like, he leaked it. Like, he's like, could you take my picture of me sleeping? I don't want to be here right now.
Just to rub it in.
And if I'm sleeping, they'll fire me.
I mean, his first move, as Stephen A. also said, was to hire Lamar Odom, who was just getting off crack. So, I mean, just you would judge how well the job Phil Jackson did.
Jafari trying to imitate how Stephen A. Smith says crack is the most disappointing thing of the podcast.
I didn't even try to... I just said crack.
But you...
Is there a black way? There probably is a black way to say crack, yeah. Anyway.
The NFL Top 100 was released this week. No surprise, Tom Brady was first overall.
The GOAT. Khalil Mack is number 5, and with this, I completely, substantially, and 100% agree.
Khalil Mack
Great job.
Isn't better than his quarterback. A defensive end can't be better than his quarterback. The first 30 should all be quarterbacks.
This is wrong because
Derek Carr was actually...
The first 5 aren't quarterbacks.
Derek Carr was actually... He was 11. Tom Brady was number 1.
Tom Brady, obviously, yeah.
Derek Carr was number 11 instead of being number whatever because he's better than Khalil Mack, so I guess number 4. But he's...
Khalil Mack is better. Von Miller's number 2, by the way.
Yeah, I agree with that. If Khalil Mack... No, I'm just kidding. If Khalil Mack wasn't on the field, they'd figure it out. But with Derek Carr, they lose in the first round. Every time.
That's not even true.
Every time.
That's not even true.
Every time.
Derek Carr got injured and they had like an impressive record still, didn't they?
Can you name Derek Carr's backup?
I'm pretty sure it's Connor Cook. You asked me that earlier. I'm pretty sure
I've asked him this question like 4 times, so I've given him time to prepare. It's not fair.
My answer was Connor Cook the first time. It just
No,
took
it
me like
wasn't.
2 minutes.
It was Conor McGregor. You messed up.
Whatever. Just kicking the competition, you know. Anyway, J.J. Watt goes at number 35, and to this he tweets, I quote, "I played 3 games. This is a joke." And he's saying that he should have been rated lower because he only played 3 games. And to this I say, J.J. Watt, you're fronting, okay?
Put it on the poll. Is J.J. fronting? No context.
No
context.
Just put it on the poll.
Is J.J. fronting?
He's clearly fronting. Like, I mean, the only reason
he's mad. I think he was 3 last year. He's mad.
Exactly.
He's 35.
He's only ranked so low because he only played 3 games.
He's not in a good mood. He's not like, why am I? He's like, there should be people better than me. This is silly.
Humility. Like, no one believes this. You're
not having
trying
it.
to be like Tim Tebow with talent. Like a good Christian man and all humble. No, we're not buying it.
Nobody should try to be like Tim Tebow in anything, especially athletics.
Hey, you won a playoff game, dude. Anyway, let's go to NBA free agency. A lot of notable moves this past few weeks. Really, the offseason has probably been better than the regular season. Highlighting this week, we have 2 blockbuster moves. One, Chris Paul goes to the Houston Rockets.
For nothing.
For nothing. It's really a good deal. And
Lou Williams, Patrick Beverly, Sam Decker.
I mean, those are pieces.
Nothing.
It's not nothing. The only thing I'm arguing a bit about is it takes Harden, who was basically playing the point guard, like literally on the depth chart was the point guard, and moves him back to playing the off guard.
You know what? Everyone on ESPN and other networks are saying this is a big deal, but he played off guard on OKC. He played off guard his whole career.
I mean,
He'll figure it out.
Off guard, exactly.
It's not like shooting guards don't thrive in a D'Antoni system. He'll figure it out.
And plus, the pick and pop with CP3 and Harden's gonna be tough. Another move, you got Paul George going to the Thunder. Which
for nothing.
For nothing.
For nothing.
For anything again.
For Victor Oladipo.
For squash.
Was anyone else in that trade? Victor Oladipo?
Someone else. I forget, though. I mean, it wasn't important.
Oh, it was the Domantas Sabonis.
Yeah, Sabonis. Right, that's what it was. Exactly.
And they only did this because, like, it's a 1-year rental because obviously Paul George, as he said, is going to LA. Yeah. But the Victor Oladipo deal was so bad. Like, the contract was, I think he made $21 million a year. That OKC wins just by having that contract off. So it's a win-win for them and them, and definitely not the Pacers.
I think they're supposed to be getting another player too. I forget the name, but someone who's gonna make a difference on that team might be a contender next year.
But we'll see, like Carmelo, I think. You see, like CP3 going to Houston for nothing, Paul George going to OKC for nothing. Earlier in the season, DeMarcus Cousins went to the Pelicans for nothing. What are the Celtics doing with all these assets?
Crying Jordan on Danny Ainge forever. just holding on to assets. You know, gotta have those assets. I think he was like economist. Like in college or something. He thinks really about assets. He's like, if I have the most assets, I win. But no, sadly, no. Get a superstar.
And way too early to speculate rookie news. Dennis Smith is a lock for Rookie of the Year. You might know Dennis Smith for tying Michael Jordan's vertical in the NBA workouts. You can make an argument for a lot of other players, including first overall pick Markelle Fultz.
Jackson, everyone else.
But Fultz went to Philly, and if he's anything like any of their last players, he won't play this season due to injuries.
Okay. Let's say Markelle Fultz does get injured. I still think Lonzo Ball does better than Dennis Smith. I still think Josh Jackson does better. But anyway, speaking of Philly, they paid J.J. Redick $23 million for a year. What?
And there's actually a really, really, really good ESPN drinking game. Just turn on ESPN right after they pay a player like J.J. Redick and drink every time they say, no disrespect to J.J. Redick.
He would be hammered by...
What you're going to hear is, he's a great player, but... And by that time, you should be deep in whatever you're drinking.
No offense to him, but...
Happy 4th of July.
Unbelievable. NBA players getting paid so much. You see Steph Curry getting the highest contract ever, $201 million for 5 years.
You see John Wall turning down an even bigger contract.
Yeah, it's really nuts. But hey, Otto Porter got 106. Like, jeez.
All right, joining us now, stand-up comedian in front of the podcast, Michael Drake. You with us?
What's going on, guys? How are you?
How's it going, Michael?
What's up?
Above all, you're from New York, right?
I'm from New York, upstate, yep.
That's right, you are.
So are you ecstatic that Phil Jackson is no longer a part of that organization?
I mean, yeah, but, like, I kind of want to see Carmelo go, too, you know?
You want to see Carmelo leave? Like you're done with him already?
It's just a black hole, dude. When was the last time the Knicks were any good?
The essential question. When was the last time the Knicks were any good? I think Ewing missed a layup that like we were in the playoffs once, right? It just sucks, man. But I mean, the thing is, the Knicks have the potential to be anything they want to be now.
We're not here to talk about the Knicks.
Yes,
we're not
we
here
are.
to talk about the
Yes,
Knicks.
we are.
We have on a very good stand-up comedian.
How's it going, Michael Furrow, though? Yeah,
Mike, I want to ask you the worst you've ever bombed. What would you say that was?
The worst I've ever bombed. All right, so I live in Augusta, Georgia now, and there's basically like two well-defined comedy scenes. There's like a black scene and a white scene, so like segregation is alive and well in this part of the country still.
Let me guess at the demographic that doesn't like you. Can I do that?
Yeah, take your guess. What do you think?
A or B?
I'm gonna be real. I don't think white people like you.
Yeah, well, black people don't like me either.
There it is. That's funny.
All right, so let's hear the story.
I'm like 0 for 2. So, all right, so like we would do these shows on Fridays, and the black comedians would come through and watch, and like a bunch of them liked my stuff, and one of like the big wigs was doing a DVD taping at this nightclub on the like outskirts of town, this place I'd never heard of, and so he hit me up like a week beforehand, and he was like, yo, I need like a few warm-up guys to come up and do like 10 minutes before I go on stage, like you and this one other kid want to do it. I'm like, sure, totally, it sounds like, like a small gig, whatever. And I get there, and first of all, it's a 25 and up club, and I'm only 24.
Oh.
So they have to sneak me in.
That's always fun.
It's really funny, because they're like wanding all these people to make sure no one's going to get shot, and I'm just like slinking behind everybody, but nobody said anything because I'm white, like, that's fine, and so I walk in there, and it's literally a nightclub, like there's no stage. It's a dance floor that we're doing comedy on, and I swear to God, there were 500 people in this place.
Oh, God.
I got the final tally a few weeks later. They said I think it was 523 was the final tally of, like, people who got in there. So I'm going up in front of 523 black people. There's not a single white person. Me and just one other kid that went up. And so this kid goes up. He does, like, 5 minutes. He does all right. They call me up. And I go up there, and I said, I don't know what happened, but like I just started like improvising with like the people in the front row.
Oh,
and, like,
no!
I don't know if you ever done like those black shows before. They have a DJ and they like play you in with like this music and they keep it going for a while.
I once featured a show at FIU, so yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. And so I totally leaned into it at first, and I get up there and I'm messing with the people in front, like I'm joking around with the people behind me. It was like arena style seating. They had people sitting behind me while I'm on stage, and that made it like extra weird. But like I called it out, it was pretty fun. And I get up there, like I hit them with a couple jokes, and like the jokes are going okay. Like I'm not bombing completely, and like I keep like mixing it up with the people in the front row, and like they're loving it. Like they're loving like the improv that I'm doing. So I just think, all right, like let me try like something new out that I haven't done yet. I had just written,
because that's always fun when you're in front of 500 people.
So it's gonna go something completely new. It's a good move.
I've just written this joke about like the Virgin Mary and how like God basically rapes her. Like, I tied it into like Bill Cosby because I'm like, Bill Cosby raped like 25 women, and we didn't really believe it until like the 20th one came forward. So how many women does God have to rape?
Oh my God!
And so I did that in front of all these like old black people, and I swear to God, I've never heard the air come out of a room faster than that, from 60 to 0 as soon as I did that joke. Because they're all like evangelicals, like they take God like super seriously. And so I called God a rapist in front of them.
Jesus.
Wow.
And dude, it was crazy.
Unbelievable.
And then the host came up and pulled me off stage like 2 minutes later. I tried to hang in there. I tried to get him back.
What do you do to come back from that? What was your plan?
How do you bounce back? I need to know.
Is that when you do your Air Bud joke? You're like, this is lighter?
This is lighter.
I was actually going to do that one. I was thinking about it, especially like when I had him out because I was like calling out that like I'm the only white person in the place, and like I did that joke about how I have my master's degree, but no one's ever called me master, like that stupid joke, and then like nobody laughed at that, so I was like, oh shit, maybe this wasn't the best room to do that joke. and we fucking died, dude. Everybody loved it, so I figured, all right, I could transition into the Airbud joke, but I decided to go with the evangelical Christian joke instead because I thought that would be safer, and I paid for it, dude. I paid for it dearly.
Oh no.
This is ridiculous.
Put it on the poll. How many women did God have to rape for it?
No, don't put that on the poll. Please don't put that on the poll.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, but let me ask you that. How many women do you think God would have to rape before we...
This is like a Tootsie Pop commercial.
I guess at least one more, right?
Gotta start with one. One or greater.
What drug do you think God puts in women's wine?
Thank you so much. Is this a joke or are you...
I really think this is actual questions.
That's a real question. What do you think he drugs one with, God?
I don't know. How do you answer that?
He puts like pieces of the Bible in the wine, and it just like comes in.
Holy water.
Yeah, I guess.
All right. Do you wanna hype your next show, Mike?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm doing the Augusta Athletic Sports Bar and Grill this Friday at 9 o'clock. And then after that, at 11 o'clock, I'm doing Joe's Underground First Friday show.
Sweet.
Okay.
Go check them out if you're in the area, guys.
Yeah, dude. It's going to be hot. We got a couple other guys coming, too. It's going to be really good.
Awesome. All right, guys. That was Michael Drake. A really funny guy. That joke, honestly, was so funny. I'm still not over it.
You're a fool.
He took it safe, dude. He played it safe. Oh, man.
If you guys like the show, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page. Follow us on Twitter at Jaf and Kas. Keep up the show, vote on the polls, and don't forget who loves you.
God loves you guys.
Michael Drake.
Michael Drake loves you guys.